All right, here we go. Hi. This
Hi.
is so much fun. All right, you guys, I haven't seen Joanna. We just figured out it's been like 17 years, right?
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah. That's a
So,
long
and
time.
tell everybody where you live because you're not in Buffalo.
No, so I live in a suburb outside of Iowa City.
Okay. All right.
So I am in the middle of the country in
Okay.
Iowa. I don't
Oh,
live in a cornfield.
I think you're the first person I've ever known that lived in Iowa.
Yeah, so it's if I could describe it, it's like Amherst where I live.
Okay.
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 But it's the only place in Iowa that's like Amherst. So the
Oh,
rest of the
really?
state is very. Yeah. So Des Moines would be the other cool place. It's like
Okay.
reminds me of Amherst, Buffalo area. They have the biggest mall, kind of like the Walden Galleria Mall.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I lived more towards that end of the state, and then 2 years ago, after I met my husband, I moved towards this end of the state. So I'm closer to the
Wow.
Mississippi now.
Oh, okay. Wow. Well, this is going to be so fun for everyone to get to know you.
Yeah.
So this goes live on our unit Facebook page, and which is a closed group. So, what you say here stays here. No.
Okay.
We will, people can also access it on YouTube. And these have been really good because not a lot of people might be able to get on live with us right now, but we'll keep it up for about a week. And
Okay.
these have been amazing. I've loved it. This is my favorite thing that we've done so far during this whole self-isolation thing, because I just think it's so cool for people that are finding success right now to like get their story out. So let me
Yeah.
just introduce you to everybody. This is Joanna Kyte. She's a new consultant to Mary Kay, and I'm sure you will agree that a lot has changed since you did it the last time around
Yes.
all those years ago. So you'll get to hear that little story from her too. But it's just such a blessing in my life because she contacted me in February and said she wanted to get restarted. And she is amazing. And what I will say about Joanna, if you guys are looking to build a team, look for people that are successful in other areas of their life and know how to find success and know how to maintain a positive attitude, because it will just flow over into your Mary Kay business. And I can't wait for Joanna to tell you a little bit about what else she does beyond Mary Kay. But let me just give you some statistics of her when she came in. So she did start right away and put an order in, and then realized we kind of missed a little bonus action there right in the beginning, but she turned right around. And since she started with the Great Start program, she's earned 6 product bundles already. So that's it's over probably close to $700 in free product. Became a star consultant right away for the quarter ending March 15th. She's only $200 away for being a star this quarter that doesn't even end until June. Earned her Mary Kay bead jewelry. Oh, I don't have it on right now. I touch it like this, like I'm wearing it. In February, March, and already in April. And I'm just so impressed because when she came in, signed her agreement, you were like 6 weeks to go in your pregnancy, 5, 6 weeks.
Yeah, so I had
Right?
my March 13th, he was born. So he
Okay.
was like a week earlier than we thought, but yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
I was very
Yeah,
pregnant.
I love that because I think that most women would say, oh my gosh, not right now. My life is so full. I have this
Mhm.
newborn coming. I'm just going to wait. But when you find women like you who are so few and far between that are just like, yes, I can do it. Why not? Like, what difference does it make? I'm just going to
Yeah,
start. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's really been so much fun. And we have not been able to speak face to face. This is our first time since
yeah,
you've signed. And it's been really fun for me just watching your numbers. I'm like, this girl is awesome. So I just want you to tell everybody about your crazy quiet life, your crazy quiet life that you have, because I
yeah.
think that's important. People need to know that to find success in this business, you don't need to be sitting around your house with 12 hours and nothing to do, right?
No, and that's probably the
So,
last thing that you want to be doing.
yeah.
So just to start out, I have a um, pretty new husband. I would say we're newlyweds. It's been almost a year. So in May,
Aw.
I was married before that for 10 years. That didn't end so well. My story is very much like Gloria Mayfield Banks' story. So when we were watching her, our stories are very
Aw.
much alike. So, um, almost 5 years ago, I picked up my 2 boys. They're now 13 and 16, and we moved to Iowa. And I started my whole life all over again by myself, didn't know a person, but I did have a pretty successful career. So all those years that between my last time with Mary Kay and now, I literally stopped doing my Mary Kay because of the career that I'm in. I work for ACT, American College Testing. So if any of you have kids that are getting ready for college, you know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
So I handle, and my team, we're a software development team. We handle all of the scoring and reporting for that exam. So that is my baby. That's what I'm in charge of. So it's a lot of responsibility. So I'm there full time. And then to backtrack, before I took that position here in Iowa City, when I first moved to, even before I moved to Iowa, I started out as a CrossFit athlete back in Amherst. So I was extremely overweight, depressed after my divorce, going through that whole, how am I ever going to make my life work again? And I decided I wanted to become fit and healthy and have a community of people that stood behind me. And so I joined CrossFit Amherst, which is kind of in your guys' backyard.
Yeah.
So formed a really awesome family of friends there. And then actually lost like 70 pounds or something crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That was in like 5 months of me just working really hard. Because I'm kind of like an all-in person. I'm not
I can tell, Joanna.
So then we moved here, and it was like, oh my gosh, I know nobody. I don't know what I'm even doing here. Besides, I had a opportunity to make some good money and support my sons because I didn't have any other support. And I went and I went to every CrossFit gym I could find here to see where I belonged. It's kind of like a family. It's a community. Okay. It's like Mary Kay. It's the same thing. And so I finally settled in, and I just started competing, and I started getting really good. And I started going from like place to place and meeting all these people. And it was just amazing. Like I've been all over. I've been everywhere. Gosh. Yeah. So in that time, I've, kind of learned more than I wanted to probably about fitness and health and well-being and community, and actually about people. Like
probably about yourself too, right? Like how,
of course, yeah. And I learn every day. So through that, I became a very healthy person, not just, physically, but mentally. I had to rebuild myself. I had to, get back to who I was. And so I was able to do that. And through all of that, I have this amazing network of people. And we actually work remote quite often. This is kind of my setting, is to be here like this. Not so much on video always, but that's becoming my new norm because so this is really awesome. Like I feel very comfortable like this. So through all of that, so I'm a personal trainer. I am a CrossFit coach. I am a mother. I am this career woman, and then
a new wife, getting adjusted to a whole new relationship. I mean, a year in.
Yeah, and he's wonderful.
Cool. And that's where you met your husband, at CrossFit.
No, actually, no.
No?
We actually kind of met online through like a mutual Facebook friend their mutual friend was a mutual friend of mine. So Zach, his friend from college, was a coach of mine in Pella. And so we kind of stalked each other on Facebook a little bit. I know that's weird. But
that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So we're really happy. We just bought a house yesterday.
Congratulations! Oh my gosh.
We just bought our dream house yesterday, so we're super excited.
Wow.
So much going on.
Oh, Joanna, that is, I have chills right now because the story, you got to write a book someday. It's unbelievable. And to think how many people get stuck, you get stuck in this thought, like, I guess this is my life. I guess this is what I have to settle for. I guess.
You're not a tree.
Right?
Move. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So powerful.
I'm a change advocate. I love change. Even right now. So 2 weeks before my baby was just born, I kind of quarantined myself. Like, I don't want to get sick. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. And I just felt really kind of sad. Like I wasn't seeing anyone, and I just, just hunkered down. And then I'm like, and that was and then a couple weeks before that, I was kind of doing that. And that's where I was like, what am I missing? You know,
Yeah.
I remember going in my bathroom and I'm like, have one drop of my Mary Kay cleanser left. I'm like, what? Why am I paying full price for this? What am I forgetting here? And I get so consumed in certain things that I forget like what the opportunities are out there for us.
Yeah.
So that's really what sparked it. And I was like, I forgot how much I loved Mary Kay and the business and the people and just going to like the meetings, you know, I'm not able to do that now, but like I miss that. And
Oh my
doing something else besides my career and the gym and you know all the things that kind of consume me.
That is so cool. So, you know, I love comeback stories in Mary Kay because I know that the first time people decide to come into it, they don't really, you know, most of the time it's just people just say, I just need some extra money or I just want to be around positive people, right? You come in for one reason, but then you learn that the opportunity is so much more than that.
Yeah.
And it just might not be the right timing. Like for you, it just was not the right timing and you needed to step away to take care of other things in your life. But when you really know what it's all about, like you carried that with you all these years. So when you come back, you're just ready to hit the ground running. Like there's so many more deep reasons to come in and stay. And when it's just a timing issue, it just, you know, they say all the time you hear, you know, God's got a plan for you and he's going to work it out no matter what. It just might not be in your timing. So if nothing, I mean, you have blessed our unit so much because people need to be inspired by people that go through what you've gone through, right?
Yeah.
And to stop saying, oh, poor me, because we all got stuff.
Right.
And it's the ones that have the grit to stand up and say, I'm not going to take it anymore. And I have the ability to change it. And I know it's not going to be easy, but I'm going to push myself forward.
Yeah.
And make that change. That's what women need to see. We all need to see we're all the same and we all have that same grit in us. You just got to sometimes find your inspiration externally to start making changes. So I'm hoping people are watching this and are inspired by you as much as I am to kind of pick up the phone and do some cool things. So, you know, you came in and I know you already said this is really comfortable for you online and on the phone and just talking to people. So what an interesting time for you to come into Mary Kay when so many of us, so many people in our unit, this was not comfortable for them. And they had to learn technology and learn to be comfortable with this and pivot to maintain their business and then start to grow it again. So for you, it was almost an organic thing. It sounds like you were just like, anyway, I'll just keep doing it.
Yeah, it is. I have a team of people that I work with and they're from all over the world. So every day I'm having to juggle schedules and cultures and,
oh my gosh,
you know, kind of like attitudes, personalities and their talents. And so it's like, and I've been doing this for the last 17 years since.
Oh my gosh.
So I kind of jumped out of the Mary Kay right into my career because I had to. It was like I had only so much time. And if I can't do something 100%, I kind of like don't want to do it. Right. But then I realized I can do this because I don't have to 100% dump my life into Mary Kay because it's a choice. And it's not my career now. Maybe someday it will be. I don't know. But it doesn't have to be. It's whatever you want it to be. That's what's great about it. And before I was 100%, this is what I'm doing. And I feel like that might have been what hurt me because I was so focused on the sales and meeting people. And well, that's great, but you can't be. You have to have other things. You have to have this be fun for you, not like you can't be hungry all the time for it. You can't do that with anything. So it's no different than your job. It's no different than your, you know, your well-being. It's you have to have a balance. And so that is something that took me a long time to find. And now I'm able to just kind of be really relaxed and, you know, nothing's really a big deal. I just kind of go over it. So.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. You know, they say that when you're holding on to something so tight and you want the results so badly, it does not allow your creativity to flow and the kindness from your heart to flow and the relaxation. And all people feel is, oh, she wants to buy from me. She wants to buy from me. And it's like this pushback, right? And women do not like to feel like they're being sold.
They don't.
So the more fun you can have with it and the more you can just say, all right, that's a great idea. I think I'm going to try it. Let me just see what happens. Right.
And the thing is you have to develop that trust and that relationship. So I have that relationship with many people. And so I'm able to just like, hey, by the way, I'm doing this thing. You want to help me out? And you have to ask. Like, if you don't ever ask, the answer is always no.
Yeah.
So that's the situation. I feel so good not feeling like hungry for it, but like, there's like one more thing I do that's cool. Want to hear about it? And it's like, they're like, what? You do more stuff? So it's neat.
Great. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I know. I wish we could bottle up what you're saying and sell it to people, because it's like, it's like the thing that's really hard to, it's just really hard for some people to get. It's just like such an abstract thought. But once you figure it out, it's like your whole life just gets better. You're like,
it does.
I get it. Like, I just can trust that my life is going to be okay no matter what. And I love this. So I'm just going to keep doing it.
Right. And right now is a really difficult time for a lot of people. And I know that because I'm feeling it from all sides. And for me, it's not really affecting me too much, except for I'm like home, just like home, and I'm watching what's going on in the world, and I don't even want to turn on the TV anymore. And I have my boys home, which is great, and I have my husband home, which is great. We're kind of juggling like school, and he's a teacher as well, so he's so we're just like juggling this new baby and the time, and it's like it's all working out really well, actually. For me, I'm home almost all the time. So this is like, wow, you guys are all here. Like,
I know you're in my space.
It actually has been wonderful. And so I think just like rolling with the punches, rolling with whatever life throws at you is the best way to handle things, especially when it gets really rough. The more stressed out you get, the worse it gets. So if you can just kind of put things in perspective and map it out and not have such a tight clench on what you can't control, then things just work out so much better.
Oh, that's so beautiful. So you are so relaxed and fun with all the social media and the working in this way. So tell everybody what you've been doing. How have you been getting the product out to people and the message, besides just talking to people? But what are your tools that you're utilizing?
Right. So I at first just, brought some of the lookbooks. Like, I haven't really gone crazy at all. And it's actually blowing up so fast. I'm like, I don't know if I can handle this right now. Like, that's not what I expected. So it was just literally talking. A lot of people ask me, hey, because I'm around women all the time. I spend a lot of time. So like right now I'm doing, I don't even know, 6 Zoom classes a day. So they're like, what are you doing? Like, what is it? Why do you look so good? I'm like, oh, hey, by the way. And I put together like my favorite products. So my 2 favorite products are, I love the 4D, the Time Wise cleanser, the normal to dry, because I think that's what most women use, and the oil-free eye makeup remover, and the mascaras. So I normally have eyelash extensions. So I have these crazy eyelashes that I don't have right now. So I was like, oh, what do you do? And I'm like, I use mascara with those too. And so I just share my favorite things, and those are kind of my top sellers. And then I just share the experience. I'm like, I finally kicked off my website, which I realized I was cutting myself short because I'm explaining so much, but I'm like, just go out to my website now. I'm putting them to the Mary Kay website. What else do I do? It's just really being happy about the products, wearing them, and expressing your love and your gratitude for them. And I talk a lot about the company. Like, I love the company, the way that they treat people, the way that it's organized. Honestly, I've worked with a lot of different companies in my career, across the way, in sales and marketing. I work in IT, so I see all of it. Mary Kay is probably the best organized company I've ever seen, as far as how the business model is built, how it treats its customers and its family. So I always like to share that experience, because I know a lot of people that are very strong about how they support business. And that's kind of the culture here in Iowa, how they support business. The other thing is, I have a lot of women I feel like maybe look up to me, because of the lifestyle that I have. And so just one more little thing that I can share with them. Like, hey, by the way, I use these great products. You've probably heard of them. And you know what? Most of the women have. Like, it's not, I don't have to like try and sell something. I'm like,
I know that's a big benefit, isn't it? That they know the name of it. So, And
while I don't like to discount products very much, because I think, there's kind of that thought, well, it cheapens it. in this time, I'm wanting to do that because I feel like there's so many people that are kind of hurting financially or try it or just want to, I want to get that product in their hands so that when they come back, they're like, oh, I really love that. And then you can get them introduced to the next thing. So I would say don't be afraid of discounting right now because that would help move product and that would help people. It kind of like is a trust thing too. Like you see enough in someone to offer them a deal and they want to come back and do business with you kind of thing.
Right.
I mean, that's how I feel if someone offers me something really great.
And I think a lot of companies are doing that right now, just as a goodwill gesture,
Yeah.
So I love that. I think that when you can just share, and my mother, you remember my mother, when I signed my agreement.
I love your mother.
What'd you say?
Your mom was great. I just love her.
Isn't she? I know. I really miss working with her. And so much of, there's so much of her that runs in a tape in my head, and I can remember when I signed my agreement, not wanting to be a salesperson. I'm like, I don't want to sell. I don't want to sell. And she's like, do you like the products? I'm like, I love them. Yeah. She's like, well, you're just sharing.
That's right.
Why wouldn't you want to share what's really good? So that always goes in the back of my head. And at this time, so many of us are handing out just pampering packets. I'm just telling people, just take some time for you. Can I send you something? And that's going a long way. I mean, I'm not expecting anything in return. And so if I tell consultants, if you're thinking you're going to do this and you're just going to get a ton of sales from it, it's the wrong reason.
Right.
We do it as a goodwill gesture, and some people are going to love it. And, hopefully you'll get some business down the road. Sure. But you can't mail out 10 packets and say, I didn't get any sales. I don't want to do this.
No,
anymore.
You can't be that way.
It has nothing to do with it. It's like, this is what I get to offer to the world right now that's hurting. And what comes back comes back. But so you're starting to sample. Have you done any face-to-face facials like this?
I've had a couple. It's been a while because I've been between kind of quarantining myself and having the baby. I'm visiting everybody. So I'm hoping we can get back to that face-to-face soon because I can't wait, especially now that I'm moving into this new house, which is great.
Oh my gosh.
Can't wait to host some things there. But so I just went on MK Connections and put together like how I want to put together my sample packets. So I bought the little baggies, the clear one, and I got the stickers, and I'm like, there's my address, my phone number, and how to contact me right there. And I will start sending those out to anyone I've been in contact with.
That's great.
And then anyone who I haven't been in contact with, and I can just follow up. So I have an extensive network, which makes me really happy.
Yeah.
My only problem is I don't have enough time.
I know. That's okay. And you know what? I guess it's better that way, right? To thank.
It sure is.
It'll all come together. We've been having so much fun mailing those. I've been mailing those sample packets out, and just people are so gracious. They're like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much!" And I just tell them, "Hey, if you want me to go through this with you, I haven't talked in so long. I'll send you a Zoom link, and we can just go through it together on Zoom." And I've been having a lot of fun with that.
I don't think it's super easy to
just sitting in my house and they're in their house and we're just chatting. And I tell them, just take a little bowl of water and have it next to your computer and I'll walk you through it. And that has definitely been helping people use it right away. Because I think there's a tendency for us to send samples to people and they think it's nice, but then we still don't take the time to use it. So
and that's such a great idea because I have so many clients that I've already told this to, and I'm like, and so expect something from me soon, and we're going to do this. And it's cool. We talk about, we don't just talk about Mary Kay products either, or just working out. There's other things like we have other lifestyle stuff that we like to talk about too. So it's kind of a holistic thing that I'm liking to do.
That's so cool. Oh my gosh. All right. So before we go, if you could give people, summarize it, or maybe you have something else, give them one tip that you think leads to all the success that you have in your life and then what you're finding right now. Can you think of anything?
I would just say, first of all, be gracious to yourself because you can't do everything. So in a day, like you remember the 6 most important things, right? Well, those are really important. So every day, set a goal up for yourself and, make sure you start with the things that are most important, obviously, like your family and, never put your career before your family. That's one thing I've always that started to happen to me and I've had to back it down.
Yeah.
So I would say don't be hungry for it unless that's the only way you're going to get there. You know, sometimes you have to, but don't make money the goal.
Right.
Never make money the goal. That's never good. It hasn't been for me. And I would say just, be happy too, and have gratitude for what does happen. You know, sometimes you want everything to happen a certain way and it goes totally opposite and you can't understand why. But then later on you realize, oh, well, that needed to happen so this could happen.
Yeah. So that's good. That is so
what
good.
happens, especially if it's not within your control.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think that I was working with somebody a while ago as like a business coach, and we were talking about gratitude and how when you have gratitude for, like, you can find gratitude in anything. Like well, almost obviously there's some bad stuff, but almost you can always look around and be grateful for something. When you can have a heart full of gratitude, it puts out this really cool energy out into the universe, right? And people are attracted to that.
Yes.
And so, and I love that you said, don't let money be the focus, because I think when you can stay focused on your 6 most important things, and you know that, like when we're talking just Mary Kay, that Mary Kay is a vehicle for you that you love, and it certainly can make great money, and you want to put it out there, the money will come. It will just always come with the right heart.
And it does. And I remember, this is just something I go back to. I remember when I kind of slowed my Mary Kay business down before and stopped, I still had customers. I had a team member or two. I can't remember. And I just said, I cut it dry, line in the sand. I said, no, I have to go this way. I shouldn't have done that. Like I was so,
I know. But then you know what? Then you go back and you think there was probably a reason for it too. Like who knows?
But as soon as I stopped focusing so much, it's like when it started to come. I was like, oh, okay, well, I should have just. So that was me at 21, all these years later.
Yep, I know. We have all we grow so much. I love that with this business too, that it's such a great personal growth business. I can follow my track all the way back too. Who knows, if you would have just stayed with it, you could have just been frustrated forever. Maybe you needed to step back to be able to come back in with a different point of view. Like, who knows? But I'm glad that you're back. I'm really glad you're back. And I'm so glad we were able to talk today. And I'm hoping, jump on Facebook, because I know this will be up I think it stays up for about a week, and we'll have people give you some love and say hello so they get to know you. And I can't wait to come and visit you in Iowa.
I know. There's not a whole lot here. But
it'll be fun. Never been there before.
There's, like I said, there's not a whole lot here, but in this little area that we live in, there's like all the things are happening here. So
now, is the baby right there with you, or did you put him in a crib?
No, my husband took him because he needed to be burped. So.
Oh, okay.
But he's not.
Beautiful. And I love his beautiful little pictures on Facebook.
Yeah, he is a beautiful baby. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for doing this, Joanna.
Thank you.
Have a good day, all right?
You too. Bye.
Bye.